The weekend is here and in theaters today. The new horror film, Him. The movie takes the game of football into terrifying new territory with Marlon Wayans as a legendary quarterback and Tyriq Withers as the rookie desperate to follow in his footsteps. I chat with both stars about how the deeper meaning of the film resonates with them. Take a look. Tyriq, Marlon, this is me giving you a standing ovation.
Oh, thank you.
Clock it.
Clock it.
Two quarterbacks, one shot at greatness. But in this game, the stakes go way beyond the field when Cameron Cade gets a chance to train under his idol, Isaiah White. But mentorship quickly turns into menace when success and sacrifice collide.
Then what are you willing to sacrifice? Everything!
I want to start with this because the film asks, how far are you willing to go to achieve greatness and fame? So I want to flip that back on the two of you. What aren't you willing to sacrifice for success? Marlon.
I would say my dignity and my self-respect in terms of what my mom and my dad raised me to be and what God has provided me as a blueprint to never cross those boundaries. And I think this movie does that, and it says that message, you know. Nothing's worth sacrificing your soul.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as Marlon. You know, my integrity, you know, the way I was raised, the values I was supposed to have.
You know, I was originally going to say family, and then I was like, forget them kids.
You throwing the family
I'll
out
catch
the way?
them when they're 25.
Not the family. Listen, another theme in this movie was life beyond your current status, right? You two play these larger than life quarterbacks. You embody that so well. So I'm curious, what's your life beyond acting? Do you have another dream job besides this?
You know, I work 7 days a week, so for me, I'm doing it. You know, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, I'm a producer, I've directed. I do stand-up every weekend, you know, so I'm constantly working on my craft because I think when it comes to trying to be a GOAT, I want to be the best me that I can, so I'm just trying to fulfill my purpose that God put me here to do.
I know I want to be a teacher of some sort. You know, I think we all have those important people in our lives. I remember my kindergarten teacher and my second grade teacher, and even in college I got to serve as like a summer counselor, and I think for me, I still want to do that, maybe substitute teaching, but we'll see where it goes.
That's real sweet. I thought you was going to be the next Will Smith, but I'll take the jets.
Nah.
I'll take the private jets and those $20 million checks. He'll be teaching.
Have both. You can have both. You can have both.
Not you fulfilling your character, Marlon. Wait a second.
You ain't nothing but an emotional little pretty boy chasing validation from strangers because your father didn't love you.
You just put this kid through HE double hockey stick.
I did.
How are y'all still close after filming the movie like that?
I think we formed a brotherhood during the movie. There was like a trust, man, because you know there was times we'd ask each other to, you know, to go there,
yeah.
you know, to push those buttons, because at the end of the day, you know, you're only as good as, you know, your hero, and the hero is only as good as the villain. So when you have the two constantly clashing, but there's love and respect, I think that's what we competed in every scene, and I think that's why the movie works like it does.
I think, you know, the moments in between action and cut were more important for our brotherhood and remaining brothers outside of this film.
I've been hazed my whole life by 4 people. You understand? By 10 people. I'm the youngest of 10 kids. You know how many issues I got? So giving him hell was a lot of fun. Remember when I ripped your pubic hairs out your stomach?
Well, you got it. It was the happy trail hair during the scene, not the pubic hair.
And he was getting on my nerves, and he had.
I want to clarify for you, for them.
Thank you.
Know.
He had this little happy trail, and I was like, "This is getting on my nerves," and I just snatched it out during the scene. And he was like,
Stayed in character. Stayed in character.
I love it. Thank you both so much for sharing that detail with me. I really appreciate that. That's how we ended the interview.
And gang.
Gang. Clock it.
Clock it. Go Eagles, fly.
Hey.
Go Birds.
Him is in theaters today and comes to us from Universal Pictures, which is owned by Comcast, the parent company of NBC10. And check out, we actually received a football jersey in celebration of release of the film, so you can check out a picture of that on our social media.